Mindset, take two. So I get so passionate. I say way too many things. And I was like, what needs to be said today? What needs to be said? Yes, I want to explain how your brain works. Yes, I want to explain mindset. Yes, I want to explain all the things. Yes, you need to dig deep and find your why. So those we're going to get to. But there's one simple thing you have to do today. And I was trying to figure out after doing a way too long message with way too much information. I was thinking about all of the diamonds I've listened to, all the trainings I've gone to, all the people I've heard speak in Plexus, but then I started thinking without Plexus. There's a couple singers, actors I've heard. There's some business people I've heard talk. They're totally unconnected to Plexus. There's even this group of random guys. I forget they're called. I forget what they're called now. But anyways, my boys watch them and they're just, these fun guys and they do these wild things, very super successful. They all have something in common. Even Navy, is it the Navy or SEAL training, one of those Army trainings in the States, Navy SEAL something. They have this Hell Week. And they've done a lot of research to look at the people at the top of anything, the people that can do the hardest things, the people that get the farthest, what skill do they have? And you're going to be blown away when you hear what it is. Everyone has one thing in common. Perseverance. They've decided they're going to do it. And perseverance, we always think of trying harder. And in this industry, it's not about like persevering through hard physical things, walking up the grueling mountain. It all happens right here. It all happens between your ears. And a while ago, people kept saying, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. You have to decide. And so I looked up the word, the suffix CIDE is actually a suffix. Think of all the words it's in: infanticide, homicide, pesticide, herbicide, all the things. Sorry that some of those are negative. But what that means is to kill off. To kill off. Think of those words I just said. That's what it means. So when you decide to go here, you're killing off all other options. Okay. So think about it. You're going on a hike and you get to a path and you make a decision which way to go. Okay. You go this way. You start to walk that way. When you get halfway down the path, you're committed. You're not going to come back. So if you have to get, like, let's say I love my hypothetical random situations. Once you pick this path, this door closes and you actually don't have an option to go back and try the other one. You have to, and you have to get across. There's no option. If you don't get across, you're going to like die in the forest. You would figure out a way to do it. If it got hard, you wouldn't sit down and be like, oh man, this is too hard. I'm going to wait for someone to rescue me. You would figure it out. You'd be like, okay, this is the route I chose. It's a little bit more tricky. I have to figure it out. And you would make the decision. In this business, we have too many fail safes. We have too many outs. I have this job. I have this thing. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to don't do it. This got hard, so I'm going to quit. It's just the decision. Every single diamond I've heard has said something to the effect of, I was doing it. It was fun. Then it got hard. I was going to quit. I realized I couldn't do it. I realized I sucked. I lost my team, this and that, all this stuff. And then at the end, they go, but I made the decision to keep going. And now here I am. And I think what happens is a lot of people are on the way. It's like that meme with the gold digger and he quits and then there's all the gold on the other side. And he quits just before. That's what a lot of people do in this business. They're just about to hit momentum. It's just about to make sense. It's just about to click and people don't want to make the sacrifice. They don't want to do it. It's too hard and they just quit. And it all just starts with the decision today. Are you going to do this? If you say you're going to do it, you will figure it out. I will help you. There's resources, there's tools, and everyone needs health and everyone needs extra income. There is unlimited possibilities for this. It starts with your decision to say, I am doing this and I'm not giving myself an option out. When I made the decision to do this, I knew it was going to be hard. Well, I guess in the beginning I didn't. I felt like people were like, oh, it's easy. You can do it. And I'm like, I didn't kind of really realize, but I made myself two promises. One, I'm never going to quit on a bad day. Two, when I quit, I'm going to realize why I started, which is about other people. When I want to quit, I'm making it about me. I'm going to make this about other people. If I quit, who doesn't get help? If I quit, who doesn't do this? And I will keep going. And at first it was just for customers. And now I see what it's going to do for my family. So if I quit, what will it mean for my family? If I quit, what will it mean for the people out there who aren't at their optimal health? If I quit, and so when I want to quit, and there's days I've wanted to, I'm like, this is hard. It's frustrating. People are being mean to me. I don't want to do this anymore. I've had 50 no's today. I don't want to do this. I never quit in a bad day. And do you know what's happened every single time? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do, what about this business do I love? I love friends. I love reaching out to people. I love writing cards to customers. I do something I love. This just happened last week. I'm like, I'm just going to do something I love. So I spent 2 days making cards for customers, sending them out. I'm like, because that's what I love doing. It felt like a waste of time in some ways because I didn't have to make the cards, but I chose to, and that took time, but I love doing that. I sent out like 25, 30 cards. Took the weekend to recover. Today I get a message from someone crying, saying like, this, because of you, because of Plexus, I cannot believe how amazing I feel. They're like, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for not giving up on me. Cause I literally have not given up on this woman. And I'm like, great. And this happens every time, you guys. I want to quit because it's hard. And then I wait, and I'm not going to quit because I've made the decision to keep going. That's all you guys have to do. Today, I'm just asking for the decision. There are podcasts, there are people you can listen to. It's your job to message me to find out which podcast you need. I can refer you to so many people. There's Brittany Howard, there's Kristen Boss, there's Bob Heilig, there's Jessica Heffley. I'd probably recommend Brittany Howard because she's in Plexus and she's a diamond. And so she's like super relatable with everything. Kristen Boss is great for mindset stuff. All really good. But decide today you're not going to quit, and then tell yourself, how do I get there? You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. I had no skills. And instead of saying, oh, I can't sell, I shouldn't have done this, I have to quit. I'm like, okay, how do I learn to sell? And then I went and I learned how to sell. I'm like, how do I do this? How do I learn this? Anything you need to do, you can figure out. If I told you I would give you $1 million for figuring out knitting this month and you couldn't knit, you would go on YouTube and you would figure it out. This is the same thing, guys. You have literally no excuse for saying, well, I just don't know how to do that. Because if I was going to give you mad money for figuring out any other skill, trust me, you would do it. This is the same thing, but the skills you have to master here. So make the decision, decide. That's all I'm asking for you today. I'd love to hear from you when you get this, when you read this, when you open this. Message me. How are you feeling about this? What are your thoughts? What are the things you're afraid of? Let's work through the mindset together. The rest of the skills are going to come. You will learn how to do it. You will do amazing. I believe in you. If you're in this email system, I believe in you. It takes me time and effort to put you through this. If I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't put you through this. So if you're here, if you're watching this, I believe in you. Therefore, I know you can do it. So if you're missing a skill, let's figure it out together. You're all amazing. I'm excited you're on this journey, and have a happy Monday.